We don't choose in what family we're born into. Some are born in the best families, but others struggle to make the best out of the worst. This is why I dare to say that how one responds to adversity builds character. Liz never met her dad, but instead met a monster breathing in her house, taking advantage of her every opportunity he had when no one was around. Her whole self was taken from her. He stole from her what every little girl has the right to have, her innocence. Liz remembers being 5 when weird things started happening in the house. She was too young to know what was going on. No one ever protected her. She remembers clearly when her mother left for a month to Mexico. He was in her bed every night, threatening her more every time. She would cry instantly and ask herself, "Where is my dad? Why me?" But of course, no responses to her tears or questions. She noticed that similar things were happening with her sister. She couldn't tolerate it. She was 14 when she spoke up. A social worker came to pick her and her sister up. Life became her school. Running track and cross country was her escape. Liz was 19 when she emancipated from foster care, the first person in her family to graduate high school. Liz learned at a young age that she didn't have anybody but herself. But at the end, she's proud of herself for overcoming so much. Otherwise, she wouldn't be who she is now. Who cares if she never met her dad? What matters to her is that she made it through the torture.
As a child, I used to watch on TV storks that would hold babies as bundles, then deliver them as gifts. The expressions on the adults' faces would turn from stern to happiness when they opened the door. That made me think that's how having a child in your life's supposed to be, until I got older. I realized then that I was the baby delivered on the stoop. So often reoccurrences of loneliness, desperation, and silence kept me trapped in a never-ending loop. Questions came with answers I had to provide, like, "Mama, why didn't you ever stay the whole time?" Or, "How do you expect people to respect me if you never did?" Or better, how do I rid this constant yearning of hurt inside? A little girl named Silence, who didn't get to know moms. So every day that Silence opened her eyes, she would gaze longingly and hope to see her mama rolling through, but she never came. Lies, deception, false promises, and abandonment just added frustration to the pain. You see, Mama thought she lived a life of fame on the street. She was going too fast and crashed. The blast was so extreme, Mama didn't realize that last hit would switch the fate of her children, and 25 to life will forever have their tears gleam.
The first feeling about thinking back in my childhood is that I always first think about an abuse. I always think about something that happened to me. This is the reason why I don't really talk that much. I was always pushed around and pushed away, which made me insecure to new people I met. I've been through the basic abuse, which you call physical and mental, but my basic abuse has another definition to me. Every night I would sleep in horror. It was not safe to sleep. I wasn't allowed to sleep. And when I did end up sleeping, I would find myself on a cold floor with no blanket, no pillow. I just found myself ending up trying to sleep in front of a refrigerator just to keep me warm.
No, no more! That's it! I don't care!
I never threw a punch to my family, even though I was pumped with so much blood in my system, I was ready for a fight. I never threw a punch because I loved them. I finally just gave up. took so many beatings with bats, wires, closed fist. I took so many beatings. I just finally ran away with the bloody nose. I ran away and I called the police. I went to the nearest payphone, and everything happened so fast I didn't know what was going on, but I knew I was in a safe place because I wasn't home anymore. One of the police officers asked me if I wanted to see my mom because they booked her and they had her in the same police station. I looked at him strange and I told him no. What for?
They say our choices shape our chances. What if you're not given an option? I remember everything being blurred from the oil dripping in my eyes. The chants of the semi-exorcism were causing pain in my thoughts. I was on my knees screaming and crying, emotionally dying because Mom said that demons were inside of me. I was terrified but felt obligated to prove my sanity through my humanly outrage, which caused me an emotional breakdown and led to my incarceration. I was 13 years young, and I had lost everything I never had and gained more than I could ever bear. Where's the choice in that? Putting the pieces together has been a long mental challenge full of obstacles and backsliding, full of truth and fact-facing faith. The truth that a broken girl can become a whole woman. And when I say whole, I mean complete and full. Full of love and joy, full of peace and hope. I am the manifestation of a dream deterred, realigned, and then shot off into the direction of success. I was that broken girl, that suicide teenager, that target, that loser, and that trash. I can't really explain to you exactly how I overcame the side effects of the cuts without getting scars, or the dreams without still having the thoughts. I truly believe it was just a decision. I decided to stop being the victim and take control over my life. And with the support of God and the people who I've chosen to call family, I'm working towards becoming a force of motivation and a source of strength to broken girls and women to reach for. I believe I can make change in their lives, not because of what I know, but because of who I am. I am them and I'm doing it. I am you, and I'm telling you we can succeed.
I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I